Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. On this video, we're going to be doing Drack's quest, Krogan Betrayal. And we start this one off by talking to Drack on the Tempest. So, let's see if we can extract to the Tempest here. If not, I guess we need the Nomad. Kind of backwards, but whatever.
PB's been looking for you.
Okay, so Drack is usually down in the kitchen. So I'm gonna guess that's where he is.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Actually, sometimes he's... Well, we'll check the kitchen really quick, but sometimes he's actually at the AVP thing. Okay, that's probably where he is. There's Vetra and Liam, and there's Drack.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Kesh.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I like her.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Drack.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
You know Vetra?
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
I'm inclined to believe that.
I have no problems believing that.
Yeah, she told me off good. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Krogan Colony.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going, self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Combat experience.
So about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now, centuries, shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Morda.
I'd like to know about Morda.
She leads the colony, Clan Nakmor. We adopted her in a few centuries ago. Morda's a fine warlord, proud but practical. As long as Tan doesn't have say over the clan, you'll be able to talk her back into the initiative. Something's gonna have to get done about Spender, though, or it'll get ugly again.
I have more questions. War stories.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjack scratch its butt?
Combat advice.
Anything about the Ket, or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
More combat advice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
Getting set on fire.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire?
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. So I pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
Ha, good old Drack. More combat advice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Ascendant, Keep your distance. Don't let them get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Keep your distance. Shoot them in the red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
I have other questions. Nexus Uprising.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
How is she with politics?
Do you think Cash can handle station politics?
Kesh can handle anything. Thing is, Spender's a liar and a coward. He was part of the mutiny, I know he was. A lot of people got hurt because of him, on both sides.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Talk to you later.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Don't call me kid.
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
Okay, we got the quest. Nakmor Drack, Krogan Betrayal. By all accounts, William Spender is a difficult man, but there is reason to suspect that the Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs is actively working to undermine the Krogan. Drack has asked you to investigate Spender's activities. Find Spender on the Nexus. So we are going back to the Nexus.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Back to Zhenghe. Been spending a lot of time on the Nexus recently. I'm starting to think that this is my own personal dock. I never see any other ships out here. I guess I really couldn't, because whenever I'm here, the Tempest is there, but... I still want to think it's my own. I'm that special, I get my own.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan. Stop making frivolous requests.
It's not a frivolous request. Properly functioning air filters are at...
Frivolous. You'll just have to make do.
We can't fix the station breathing bad air.
Please be mindful of guests visiting the Cultural Exchange Center.
Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Calm down a little.
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on me.
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
I've heard things about him.
I haven't heard much good about that guy.
Whatever you've heard, it's not half as bad as the reality. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Kesh can't let that stand.
You'd think your boss would have the power to do something.
She hates Spender, but there's only one of her, and she can't always be around to deal with him. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
Okay, talk to Kesh about Spender.
Hi, this is Jan Bartender, founder of it right now. We are constantly striving to make life on the Nexus more enjoyable for all our citizens.
The Turian Ark has been found. But the Turian Pathfinder, Mason Barrow, was reportedly killed shepherding the Ark planetside. Former Spectre Avitus Rix is now expected to assume the role of Pathfinder. This is HNS.
Thank you for the Kadara nails. They didn't phase Kesh, but she liked the taste.
I wonder if Drack has anything new to say here.
I'm worried about this place if the Ket find you.
Then we defend the station. It's all we can do here. You just keep the Pathfinder safe and the Ket busy. And be careful out there. I only have one of you.
You sure look thoughtful.
Just thinking about the first time Cash got her hands on a toolkit.
Child genius from the get-go?
Master engineer from the day she was born?
Quads, no. She worked hard at it. Let's see, the first time, yeah, it was our power generator. She took it apart with the blood side.
Wouldn't that cause shorts or something?
She liked the fireworks. You can imagine what it was like when she figured out that cracking open bigger things made even bigger sparks.
I looked at this a long time ago, right? Yep, sure did. Alright, Kesh.
The resources from the colonies are really easing our workload.
Glad to hear it, Kesh.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender. Hijack's doing his best to throttle my department.
How's he getting away with that?
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
Of course.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage, some kind of evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
I'm done for now.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Okay, speak to Kandros. Haven't talked to him in a long time. Also, hadn't talked to Kesh in a long time.
Firearm proficiency is up.
I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanus? What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
True. We've got survivors to find and a new Pathfinder out in the field. I'll take it. I owe you for this, Ryder. They'd still be lost without you.
Arrested journalist.
There's an Asari documentarian in your cells. Kiri Tevessa.
Yes, word came down that her series was frightening people. We can't afford more unrest.
But...
I'm sorry, Ryder, but it was this or exile. At least this way she's safe. Now, anything else?
You'd think Ryder could just get her out of there. Oh well. Security footage.
I was told I should talk to you about the mutiny.
I wasn't on the Nexus when it happened. I started reading up on it, but you know how things get around here.
Do you know where Spender was during that time?
Why Spender? Wait, you think he might have had something to do with the mutiny?
Maybe. Just trying to sort things out.
You know, the logs I did look through showed a few discrepancies. I meant to dig deeper. If you're investigating, how about I give you access to the security vid archives?
Thank you.
Anything else?
I have other questions. Goodbye.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Okay, review Nexus security footage.
Huh, this file won't play. Sam, can you boost the quality?
Processing. Playback initiated.
Wait, is he handing something over to one of the mutineers?
Take this. It'll help you wrongly. Don't.
I am sorry, Pathfinder. This backup file is corrupted. The audio tracks are heavily degraded. Someone may have deleted the original, and this version was restored during a system-wide reset.
Could be a coincidence.
Can we prove this? Or is it just a theory?
A theory. While I cannot restore any more audio, the location appears to be Kadara.
How do you figure?
In common parlance, lip reading.
Good job. We're bound to find something there.
Okay, confront Spender about security footage.
Let's go confront him.
The mutiny went as well as you'd expect. So much violence. Then, after nearly destroying the station, the Krogan asked for more power? Good riddance.
Any logistics updates are due within the
Ryder, is it? William Spender. Apologies if we met before. I meet a lot of people running colonial affairs.
Running colonial affairs? I thought you were the assistant director.
That's right. Assistant to Addison. So we know who does all the real work.
Real work or dirty work?
From what I've heard, your hands are pretty dirty. I saw the footage. You were handing something off?
What footage? From Gavorkum? Routine business meeting. Whoever you're talking to clearly has an axe to grind. And frankly, a Pathfinder shouldn't be wasting time on a witch hunt. You'd be wise to let this be.
Ooh, gonna threaten me, huh? Investigate Spender's Kadara connection. So, I believe it is time to go back to Kadara.
Maintenance crews, final report to that comments area. Nexus exiles find a home as former security are implicated in the mutiny. An investigation revealed Nexus security head Sloan Kelly played a role in the uprising that killed dozens. Initiative authorities tracked the exiles, including Kelly, to Kadara, a desert planet in the Gavorkum system. Initiative Director Jaren Tan did not mince words when news of the exile port was made public.
Kadara is dangerous. The exiles are dangerous. Stay away from Kadara.
Authorities
I
continue
cannot
work to
stress
establish
this enough.
contact with our
PB's been looking for you.
Back to Kadara. Been going there a lot.
Now orbiting Kadara.
And straight down to the slums. And I forgot to put Drack on my team. I'll do that once we fast travel. We need to go to the settlement. Oh, and I got a new codex entry. The journey so far, crew like no other, Nakmor Drack. A mid-level politician named William Spender was the one who talked the Krogan into putting down the Nexus mutiny under false pretenses. Drack and Cash both suspect Spender's connected to exiles, but can't prove it. They asked you to help investigate. And then the other thing we had before. Okay, and then the Andromeda Initiative, the Nexus. I don't know what's new here. Nexus, William Spender. When the Nexus first arrived in Andromeda and an uprising arose among the desperate crew, it was William Spender who convinced clan leader Nakmor Morda to put down the mutineers. By all accounts, it did not go well. In return for her help, Morda claims that Spender, in his authority as Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs, promised equal status for the Krogan in any decision-making by way of a seat at the council. When the agreement came to light, Initiative Director Jaren Tan refused to honor it, and most Krogan left the Nexus. Privately reprimanded but publicly credited for helping to stop the uprising, Spender maintained his position a step away from Nexus senior leadership. Okay, so off to the settlement. Unless I have something closer, but I don't. Oh, right. Almost forgot. I think I'm going to switch Vetra out for Drack. Keep PB in the group. So Vetra out. Drack in.
Outlaw camp, let's introduce ourselves.
We've got targets!
It's good to have you back on the team, Drack. Or on the squad. Well, he's always on the squad. Whatever. The away team.
Drack, did Gil beat you again?
Yeah,
Me too.
Gil doesn't lose.
It's so annoying.
Sounds like they're losing all their money again to Gil and some poker. And I'm frozen. Okay, here we go.
This is the location from the Splendor bit, Pathfinder.
It is? No, we're not there yet.
Anti-vehicular mines ahead. It's best to proceed on foot.
Looks like outlaws. Friends of Spender?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's mines all over the place. We better get out.
Uh-oh, we got company!
That's not company! That's the Pathfinder!
Spender must have blabbed. Let's get out of here!
Quick, get on the shuttle!
Hurry up!
What the? No, wait! Don't leave us!
The
The
shuttle
bastard
left
left us!
Of course he did.
Hi, guys.
Pathfinder.
You've been making the wrong kind of friends. Just got one raider left, I think. Charge. Oh god. Nah. Alright, search the hideout for clues. After we loot all the goodies, of course. Some more goodies right here. Alright, let's see. There's one of those adaptive core things that you can scan. We'll get that, but in a minute. First, I want to go higher. Oh, dang it. Alright, what do we got up here? We got a container. Another container. And a terminal. Shipment 3491. Status received. Client Spender. Recipient Erwin. Contents medical supply crate ×2, ration crate ×5, Krogan colony map, Mantis, Predator ×2, grenade ×6. Shipment 346 1. Status received. Client Reyes. Recipient Erwin. Contents regular munitions shipment. Shipment 3471. Status received. Client undisclosed. Recipient Erwin. Contents data scramblers ×5. Note, deluxe model, capable of storing and scrambling data. Shipment 3481. Status sent. Client Umi. Broker Erwin. Contents Rencall ×5, whiskey ×10, vodka ×12, ether. Shipment 351. Status sent. Client Escol. Broker Erwin. Contents stimulants, Medigel, sedatives, ether. Why did that one highlight again? Activate?
This must be a rendezvous point for these exiles. Remote enough.
Great spot for Spender to do some dirty work, well out of Tan's jurisdiction.
Does that mark anything on my map? Nope, I think it's just a little extra information. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, so down we go. Scan that adaptive core, or adapted initiative core tech. Get some ammo, and I think that's it. Nope, we have a container over here. And datapad. Paper trail. To William Spender, from undisclosed recipient. Spender, we received your supplies, but I'm not sure how you expect us to keep pressure on the Krogan. It's half of what you promised. Maybe we can throw rations at them? I'm starting to think trusting you was a bad idea. Have you even used that Scrambler I gave you? I bet it's just lying around your quarters or something. You've got a title. That means power. Use it. Erwin.
So Spender's been sneaking goods from the Nexus to these exiles. Why?
This Arone seems concerned about something hidden in Spender's apartment on the Nexus.
Arone, I've tangled with that crook before. What's he doing with Spender?
The datapad mentions a Scrambler, which would explain the state of the file in the security archives. I highly recommend finding it.
So,
Arone.
Scrambler, nail Spender. Check.
So that's how you pronounce that. Arone. Okay. So, search for the Scrambler in Spender's room. We're back to the Nexus.
PB said she wanted to talk to you. Now orbiting Gadara.
Detective Ryder returns to the Nexus. It loves to remind me of the arcs. Like, focuses on them every time. Oh, by the way, you saved these. Okay, so we need to go up this ramp and over to the apartment buildings where PB's room was. And it's this far one.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term.
Nexus report on Krogan colony. Colony name New Tuchanka. Location Eladin. Estimated population 700 plus. About 1,200 Krogan came to Andromeda. Key people: Nakmor Morda, leader; Jorgal Struksh, potential agitator; Nakmor Drack, initiative freelancer, grandfather of Nakmor Kesh. The colony is thriving by Krogan standards. They are storing water and have enough to be self-sufficient. They have time for entertainment. There is a fighting pit, a distillery, even a greenhouse where they appear to be growing plants in an attempt to sustain the colony long term. This is spearheaded by a botanist named Vorn. The Krogan built their colony into the side of a sinkhole. Some construction materials were apparently taken from the Nexus. Other materials are locally sourced. The compound is heavily guarded, and it is difficult to get in unless you are Krogan. Ooh, a fighter model. Initiative fighter model.
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Stealing is wrong, or I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Finders keepers.
A formal letter to Tan. Director Tan, I am writing to request an official review of Nakmor Kesh's suitability as Nexus Superintendent. The Krogan indeed helped suppress the mutiny by those we now dub exiles. However, given the Krogan's conduct during the uprising, and their decision to leave the Nexus after their requests for more authority were denied, it is not hard to see Kesh's current position as a conflict of interest. I understand it may be politically beneficial to keep a Krogan on staff, for optics if not diplomacy, but for one of them to hold the power of a superintendent, given their brethren's negative opinion of us, is frankly playing with fire. It is my opinion, as an experienced public servant, that Kesh should be placed in a role where she can do less damage, perhaps in charge of archives. Sincerely, William Spender, Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs.
Kesh, I'm not sure what we can do here. We've got the system stabilized for now, but we're going to need to reroute power soon. We could lose some stasis pods if we don't.
Reply, advice for aspiring community leader. To Sal Taylor, from William Spender. Sal, I appreciate you taking the time to reach out to me. I'm always happy to give advice to junior colonists interested in a future in politics. My advice is my father's. Just before I shipped off to Andromeda, he said, always help the little guy, but also help anyone with their boot on that little guy's neck. To get to where I am, you have to try to please everyone. This will ensure you'll always be right with someone. William Spender, Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs. Air filters. To William Spender, from Nakmor Kesh. Spender, Del Jasson told me you denied her request for properly functioning air filters. Do you realize how important it is to keep our staff healthy and working? I can't understand why you try to block this. It's getting to the point where I need to talk to Addison about your conduct. I'm sorry, but this is getting ridiculous. Kesh. Reply, air filters. To William Spender, from Foster Addison. Bill, come see me. We need to talk. Foster. Reply, paper trail. To undisclosed recipient, from William Spender. A. For someone so paranoid, it's funny that you title your email Paper Trail and sign it with your own name. Why not just evidence? Of course, I've held on to proof of our arrangement, or of our agreement. You're in exile, aren't you? I need some leverage for when you finally decide to turn on me. No one's finding anything. I doubt anyone even cares to look. S.
The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Yes.
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Select Personal Notes 1.
Play the first one.
Tan is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Select Personal Notes 2.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Select Personal Notes 3.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
I'm done.
Thanks, Sam.
Meeting notes for Director Tan. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
Perhaps you should look under or behind the furnishings, Pathfinder.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions.
Supplies ready for shipment. Medical supply crate ×2, ration crate ×5, map, toy pistol ×2, surveyor camera, battery cells ×6, 2,000 credits.
Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing.
What do we have here?
Hello, Scrambler. What if I can scan it?
Is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters.
That's right, forgot it's killing my scanner.
What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a Scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a cop.
Well, sounds like a job for a comms expert. Well, I apparently broke it somehow. I guess I got too far away. Anyways, we need to go to the comms expert in the operations.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps, causing unending daylight in some Nexus quarters. This is HNS.
Okay, so our comms expert is right next to Addison.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
Just play along.
I'm about to ask something, and I need you to just smile and look casual. Smiling and looking casual. Check. I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly. Sure, I could... Wait. This is a Scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
Not telling yet.
Keeping it quiet for now. You'll find out when the time is right. Or when I hack this Scrambler for you, eh? Can you prove who's been using it? Solid proof. You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal? Sorry, smiling, casual. Let me know when you're done. Yes, sir.
Okay, now we need to speak to Drack on the Tempest.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
And apparently I got new email.
No, that's on you. The boss wants them certified without firearms.
I can't. A new species? What if I, offend them? Screw up everything.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
Not how to use a salad fork.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics.
Alright, I should see if there's any new news things. Apparently not.
Top scientists have a few answers.
PB said she wanted to talk to you.
Krogan colony heist. To writer from Drack. Kid. Need to talk to you about the Krogan colony. Something's up. I'll be in the galley. Drack. What is this? Heartfelt thanks. To writer from Dr. Aridana. The families of my lost expedition asked me to convey their appreciation to you for finding their loved ones. It's always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened will help them begin the mourning process. I hope your next excursion has a happier ending. Aridana. Dear customer, to customer 427 from Bootleggers Association of Kadara. We appreciate your previous business and hope you enjoyed our unique power-packed homebrewed spirits. We are constantly improving and experimenting on new blends, so be sure to check back with us. Sincerely, Zed, founder of the BAOK. Thanks for the booze. To writer from Wilma. Hi, it's Wilma, Superintendent Kesh's assistant. Thank you for the bootlegged spirits from Kadara. Kesh was very pleasantly surprised, even if her system barely felt the effects. The rest of us slept well that night, though. Take care. Okay. So, let's go talk to Drack down in the galley. Or, you know, the kitchen.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
You wanted to talk?
Ryder, I need your help with something.
What's going on?
Okay, out with it. You've clearly got something on your mind.
One of our botanists' heart called up in a panic. A colony transport has been stolen.
It's a transport. Can't you just replace it?
It's not the transport. It's what's on it. Our seed vault. One of a kind. Without that vault, things get complicated. Krogan children need the nutrients in those plants to survive. Even one clutch of babies hatch before we get the stuff synthesized. The effects would be permanent.
So what do you need from me?
I'm gonna find those thieves and get the vault back. Be nice to have you along.
How'd they get the transport?
Aren't the transports protected by passcodes? And how do you steal anything from a Krogan?
First thing Hark checked. Looks like some old authorization codes weren't erased. He was working in the transport and stepped out for 2 seconds. The thieves walked right in and flew off.
We'll get the transport back.
Of course I'm in. Whatever you need.
I knew I could count on you. Hark's waiting for us at the colony on Eladon. He's tracking down the transport beacon. He'll have the location ready for us on arrival.
Good. We'll find the transport track. Don't worry.
I'll hold you to that, Ryder. Hey. Thanks. I owe you one.
Who's keeping count?
Don't be silly. That's what friends are for.
Alright, and that was a long one, but we are done. And the next one should pop up automatically. There it is. Alright, so we're all finished here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.